Glorious Nick Dutch back again. Just wanted to quickly give you yet another little update, just sort of like thrown in there for good measure, because I have a lot of videos out there now, and some of them are like scheduled. So what you'll be seeing is them coming out when I've scheduled them up to the 8th of June. But there's been a bit of a mention of my little runestone videos, which people like. But they've got like a problem with them because they can't see the stones when I'm holding them up like that. They can't see the patterns on them, and therefore there's a few issues. So I've invested in some special office supplies, which is that. It's quite a cool little set. It's just it's 24 rune stone cards thingy bobs, which means like you will be able to see at least something visual when I'm doing my rune readings. Now these ones are quite cool because they've got pictures on them and you can see the pictures quite clearly. Now maybe the interpretation of the artwork is not necessarily 100% what you would agree with when it comes to, like, you know, the results of your meditations on the various different symbols, but it's close enough. So essentially I should be able to give you good quality rune card readings and use these interpretations from either from the artwork or from my understanding of the actual symbol itself, to give you a much more visually pleasing rune reading. So I might as well just like practice right now and see whether I can just come up with something as a result of what I can see in front of me. Same as before, some uprights, some reversals, as if I was doing tarot, and here we go. So this is just like a demonstration as to what could be coming up for you from the 9th of June onwards, as I start exploring this. Okay, so that's the way they'll come up. None of them are upright. You've got basically the Hegel rune coming out there. Interesting. Connected with what you might consider to be more sort of like Christmassy symbolism rather than Halloween symbolism. It's got a fir tree, it's got a horse with a red mane running away from what looks like a wolf, and there's something vaguely misty and aurora borealis like in the sky, and there's a tree. But it doesn't really, you know, the artwork doesn't really speak to me of chaos and destruction and breaking things up and making massive decisions, but it does speak about a sense of fleeing from something difficult or dangerous. So maybe you need to ask yourself, what are you running away from? What conversations, what arguments, what particular issues from the past? Is it necessarily relevant for you to look back on those things and think to yourself, like, that should still have power over me now? I think it's interesting that all of the cards turned up upside down, because if it's upside down, the meaning is either blurred or reversed, or in some respects slowed down, or a different message is there. So maybe it looks to me as though maybe you're looking at your past and thinking to yourself, well, maybe there's something I can actually learn from that. And maybe learning from it will bring me into a better state of mindfulness when dealing with, you know, the day-to-day problems. Second one is thorn. The spelling here is Thurizaz. I've never seen it written that way before. Thurizaz. There you go. Looking a bit like, I suppose there is a vaguely sort of like Odin-esque, Thor-esque thing, but although, you know, why the character would have horns on his head wouldn't necessarily be in complete agreement with the mythology, if you think about it, okay? In a reverse format, that's a question of working out what to defend yourself against and what not to. And do you have some defensive reactions at the moment which aren't actually appropriate to the circumstances of your life at the moment? Is there something to do with the way in which you're looking at the various difficulties and traumas you've had which needs to change? And finally, Dag rune. Okay, again coming out reversed. So Dag rune is the symbol for midday and the time of I would say joy and excitement, because you've got more things to do. It's a bright sunny day, there's lots of fun things happening around, and it's got a picture of two young people having fun there. But it seems to me as though, because it's turned up reversed, that isn't happening for you at the moment, possibly because of the various different forces which is holding you back on the inner level. holding on to bitterness, anger, resentfulness, thinking about the fears you've had associated with the past and assuming that those fears are still present and current when in fact they might not be. And maybe you've even forgotten that the here and now is not the past. Maybe your memories are so strong and stark and clear about certain particular painful or difficult situations that it seems like you feel you've got to be permanently on edge and permanently in a state of self-defense in case those things happen again. Is your fear of these things happening again hampering your ability to essentially be that inner child, young person having fun, whatever you want to call it, that sense of joy and determination which comes from having fun in the sun? Are you bringing your own dusk upon you? Are you reducing some of the positives which could otherwise be happening in your life as a result of you living in the past? I don't know. But you could tell me, and you can leave a message in the comment section if that means something to you, if that's useful to you, if that is something which has uplifted you, got you thinking, started you thinking about the processes that you go through in your life and in your day, or indeed how you manage your own mind, thoughts, feelings and emotions, and trying to progress beyond what you've experienced before and trying to move forward. Don't forget, I am your professional online street performer for today. My cap is open on the street right now in the form of the super thanks button, which is the heart symbol which has a $sign in it. If you can't afford it, don't use it. If you can get through to payday without just $2 or $5 or £5, whatever it is, then chip me something there. That will motivate me to make new content. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, click the bell, and so on and so forth, and then you'll get a wonderful chance to see much more of this stuff coming out pretty damn soon. Stay subscribed for Halloween because I've got some fun plans for that, and I will look forward to speaking to you again soon for my next delightful video. Back in a sec.